It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Thursday, March 13th, and we have breaking news today with a protective order being granted. We have a win, and we have potentially not so much of a win for Justin Baldoni. It's kind of a win and a loss, but I would say it's mostly a win for Justin Baldoni. We'll be going over that briefly in just a moment. In addition, we have a crazy story coming out of Waco, Texas. Yes, another crazy story coming out of Waco, Texas. How many years has it been since a crazy story came out of Waco? Every time I hear the stories, every time I hear the word Waco, any of you guys live in Waco, Texas? Every time I hear the word Waco, Texas, I always think to myself, oh, what's coming out of Waco today? Then, of course, we're going to talk a little bit about Bravo. We had a Conover Kristin Cavallari sighting. I will always want those two together. And I know it's one of those things that probably will never happen, but in my dreams, Kristin Cavallari and Craig Conover will make sweet babies together. We're going to talk Summer House and how much I still can't stand Kyle Cook. We'll talk Tamra Judge. She finally opens up about her quitting Real Housewives of OC. We'll talk Wendy Williams. We'll talk Alex Cooper. We have so much to talk about. As always, I have turned my subscribers only on the comments on because I am not letting you go without subscribing to Daily Dose of Donna. I need to, we're on the road to 50. Okay. I've been seeing my buddy, ZACK Peter, just, it's like, I feel jealous next to him at the slot machine. I feel like I'm sitting next to him at the slot machine and he got the winning jackpot slot machine. And it's like, ding, 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 ding. You know that feeling where you're like, damn it. I almost sat there and I almost put my quarter in that machine. It's like, ding, 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 ding. And here I am right next door. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. No, 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 my friends. Let's go, baby. On the road to 50 here on a daily, a dose of Ding Ding Donna.
Can you imagine? Not feel the magic. Can you imagine? Not feel the magic.
You guys, I had a members only yesterday, and I see a bunch of you have already joined as members. Welcome, Ashley. Welcome, Velo. I see Mary Moon, Ashley, Velo have all joined as members. But yesterday, our members only was, oh my God. I saw a comment only. I have a new boyfriend. Sorry, Lance. Sorry. I'm looking for him. Where's my Christian? Where is my Christian? Gonna find him. Christian. Look at those brows on Christian. Hey, Donna. Thank you for an amazing first members only chat full of tickling taints and mountain mama matchmaking. Yesterday was brutal and you were so sweet and incredibly welcoming. We had so much fun. When I tell you, I'm going to call you out. Holly and her ex's taint. That's all I'm going to say. There is something about our members onlys, our Patreon. I don't know what happens, but it gets crazy. Okay? Listen, life is tough. And to that I say, have some damn fun when you can. Join members only and you can watch yesterday's live and wear a diaper or pee before. Because I literally peed my pants almost. Micah's also here and he changed his profile to Tickling Taints with Donna Bowling. I'm dying. He said, I can't remember anything from Waco, but he changed his profile picture to Tickling Taints. He made that with AI. AI is amazing. Tickling Taints with Donna Bowling. That's my next podcast. That's Donna After Dark. Tickling Taints with Donna Bowling. Oh my God. You know who's my first subscriber? His name is Ryan Reynolds. Allegedly, he loves to tickle a taint. With small hands. With Craig hands. Tickling taints. Okay. Let's get into it. Well, I was supposed to have a very, very special guest. Let's see if he'll join. But I don't know. Not sure where he is right now. But meanwhile, Meanwhile, let's get into the show. I have so much to talk about. I want to tell you all about this protective order, and but I don't want to go through like line by line because I know Lethal Lauren or the Court of Random Opinion covered it also earlier. I know that ZACK PETER was talking about it. I think so many other channels are covering it. And I'm not down to like sit there and do a line item. So what I'm going to do is, oh, Zach said, I've been waiting for the, oh, that's my special guest, ZACK PETER. Sorry. But TMZ apparently has some lawyer statements. So we're going to open that up and we're going to talk about it in just a minute. I have so much to tell you about this Blake Lively crazy fan story, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have to see, but it is wild. And we're going to talk all about it. I don't even know what to make of it, and I'm so struggling to report on it, but it feels like it has to be real, but it's such a wild story that I don't even know if it is real. But while we're waiting for Zach to come over here and just give us the rundown, I just want to remind you that Daily Dose of Donna this week is sponsored by Alloy Health, Alloy Women's Health. Aging can be, let's put it plainly, crappy. Problems sleeping, hot flashes, brain fog, weight gain, and decreased libido can hit us pretty hard. Menopause is inevitable, but it's also treatable. I just found out that almost half of women went 3+ years before seeking relief from menopause or perimenopausal symptoms. Why would we do that to ourselves? That's because 43% of women reported that their doctors never even mentioned MHT, menopause hormone therapy, as an option for treatment. Another 40% don't even know where to go for a solution. So Alloy can help you live your best, healthiest life through menopause and beyond, offering unlimited access to experts and safe science-backed treatments for your symptoms, skin, hair, and sexual wellness delivered to your door. Alloy is fast, accessible, and their treatments actually work. Complete your intake. This is how you do it. You first complete your intake because Alloy solutions are available by prescription. So you have to do a little questionnaire and patient verification. The first question is, do you tickle your taint? Okay, that's the first question. I heard. I'm not sure. Then you design your treatment plan with a physician, and then you get your personalized treatment plan, and then you get your 3-month supply. It's so easy. And then they start working on all your testosterone issues, estrogen issues, and then you get all this energy. And then allegedly, ask Lance, but allegedly you get like really feisty in bed. I don't know. Ask Christian. Okay, ask Christian in the comments. I can't recommend Alloy enough. Join the 95% of women who tried Alloy and saw relief in the first 2 weeks. Head to myalloy.com/dailydose and tell them all about your symptoms. And you'll get fully customized treatment plan. You'll get $20 off your first order today. Head to myalloy.com/dailydose and enter code dailydose to get $20 off your first order. Thank you, Alloy. Okay. Guys, welcome to the treatment for my menopausal symptoms. ZACK PETER from No Filter with ZACK PETER, our resident
Hi.
expert.
Hello.
Zachy.
What's up, Daily Dose Donna?
Zach, I found
Hi,
a new
dosers.
man.
You did? Who's your new man?
Christian.
Drew Dominguez?
Don't do that. Not on my show.
Who's Christian?
Christian is my man. Well, maybe he's
Tell
your
me
man.
more.
I'm going to find him in the comments. Hopefully he's still here and I'm going to pull him up and then you're going to look at him.
Cute? Is he single?
Well, let's ask.
Let's
he's
ask him if
probably
he's
he's
cute.
probably like, not again, not again. We really put the spotlight on him yesterday in our members only.
Well, then you know if he's cute or not if you put the spotlight on him.
No, I think he's beautiful. I want to know if, oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh, he's got great eyebrows.
That's what I said. Do you think that your eyebrows and his eyebrows could brow off?
Yes.
Christian, do you also follow Zach?
I hope so.
So let me ask you a question. Zach, can you stop looking at your phone? You're like
Hold
my
on.
husband.
I'm just trying to finish. I'm trying to finish posting. You interrupted my work schedule.
Do you want me to take you offline so I
No.
can get someone's full attention? Should I bring
I'm-
Christian on my show?
I'm here. I'm alive and well.
I feel like Christian would maybe give me his full attention.
Oh my God, everybody loved our live last night, by the way. Everyone's like, oh my God, that live was so funny. Oh my God.
So, oh yeah, Micah is also here. Where's Micah in the chat? We also have another Micah, Christian does follow you. We also have another guy, Micah, who is single and divorced, and he lives in West Virginia, and he has a child, and we're looking to find his mountain mama.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, we're trying to find that's the next step in Daily Dose of Donna. It's matchmaking. There's Micah, but you can't tell who he is because his picture is tickling taints.
Oh,
But he's very cute.
I love the tickling taints though.
Yeah, we're
My
working
taint
it.
hasn't been tickled in a minute.
Okay, this is a family show.
Okay, you're the one who brought up the tickling taints.
Listen, I just report the news.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about this protective order, Zach. Oh, yeah, we went live on Instagram. It's still up on our Instagram, or it's on my feed. And that's where you reported that you made out with one of Sutton's assistants, and everyone thought it was Avi.
It's not Avi, and we did a lot more than making out.
Okay. Wow. Wow. What did you do?
I mean, there were things done to me.
I can't see. I can't speak. Do you want to tell me? Do you want to tell us
These
more?
are my secrets. You make me come on lives and then just give you all my secrets.
Okay. So, but it wasn't Avi. It wasn't the current.
It wasn't Avi.
assistant.
You really think I'm gonna hook up with Avi? Please.
Avi is cute. He looks good now.
No. Well, listen. The Ozempic is working for him, but he's still not. It's
I think he's
still not
cute.
my vibe. Okay, great. You can hook up with him.
I will. Okay, the comments are dying. Show us receipts.
I've never said that. Well, actually, I technically didn't say anything. You guys are coming to your own conclusions.
So can we get back to Blake Lively?
All I'm saying is that I have never hooked up with Avi and have no intention to.
We're gonna get so many lawsuits of sexual harassment.
Okay, tell me. Okay, dive into this protective order.
This feels like a members only right now because this is what we do on members only. We just like shoot the shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So protective order. We need a protective order from ZACK PETER. We all need a protective order. Should I move us forward or do you like us far back? Is that too close? Or is that better?
I think it's fine.
I feel like I'm a bit closer to you. I feel like we're holding hands. Can we do a heart?
You're on the wrong side.
No, you're on the wrong side.
Is that right?
That's right for my computer.
Okay, well, on my computer, it's the opposite, but okay, I'll do it.
Does that work for you guys? Okay, so tell me about this protective order. It looks to me like it's a win and a loss, but mostly a win for Justin Baldoni.
Mostly a win. Okay, so in the hearing, we heard that there were some key arguments that Blake Lively's team was
Our
trying
heart,
to make.
by the way, everyone's going to say I interrupt you, but which I do. But the comments say that our heart was totally opposite. So let's do the opposite.
I told you.
I know, but according to me, it's okay. But I have to go closer. Hold on.
You have to get closer, or you have to get further.
Someone do a screenshot.
There we go.
Okay, now go.
So the protective order. So basically, the attorney's eyes only was granted for 4 categories. One is trade secrets, confidential business plans, marketing plans, all of that stuff that Leslie Sloan was trying to argue, like, oh, I have to protect my business. Jennifer Abel's trying to steal my business. Right. And then, so 1 is trade secrets, 2 is security measures, because Blake Lively was like, we have security measures. We have to protect our security. We don't want people knowing where we're at. And then 3 is medical information. So Blake, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? What did
because
you
apparently our heart was totally messed up again because we're both.
But I don't know.
To the comments, we're both on the same side because it's mirrored, so it looks like.
Who's mirrored? I'm mirrored or you're mirrored? Who's mirrored?
Apparently, we both look like.
So wait, we did it this way and it was wrong, and then we did it this way and it was
so
wrong
no,
too.
you have to do it the same. Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
Both go this way.
Then I can't see.
I know. Just do it the same way. Do closer to the side. Yeah.
Okay, This isn't working.
I'm crying. I'm crying. Go forward. Go forward. Like, go bigger. Be bigger in your heart. You can't see?
Okay, there we go. There we go. Where are you at? I can't find your other half.
I've never laughed so hard. Okay, keep going with the protective order. This is the priorities. There we go. Smile.
Jeez. Did that work? A for effort. It's a bit lopsided. You know what?
Keep going.
Oh, okay. Does Zach have Craig hands? What are Craig? No, I don't have Craig hands. Oh, Craig has little hands.
Allegedly.
Are his hands that little?
Keep going.
Well, she got her protective order, but he limited it to the 4 things: trade secrets, security measures, medical information, and then the last one, this is where it gets like a little Taylor Swifty, is it's highly personal and intimate information about third parties.
Okay.
And highly personal and intimate information about the parties. Other information that's directly relevant to the truth or falsity of an allegation in the complaints in this case. So I was telling people, yes, it's possible that Taylor Swift's text messages do come up.
Okay. So
But only the only text messages that will be admitted in discovery are text messages that are relevant specifically to the case. So if she got somebody fired, like the composer, and there are text messages of her saying, we need to fire this composer, those text messages are relevant. But her booty call text messages, if Brian Friedman happens to gain, to see her booty call text messages, those are not deemed relevant, and those will not be submitted in discovery.
So what is the process? Like, it goes to who first before it gets decided if it's relevant or not? Like, how does that work?
So
Do you
my
know?
so if it's within one of the 4 categories, then so obviously they can issue the subpoena, and then I guess at that point, like if there's any objection, I mean, it would have to be determined early on. I mean, if it's anything business plans, trade secrets, marketing plans that are not specific to It Ends With Us, then none of that, then that's automatically attorney's eyes only. If it's any sort of security measure, that's automatically attorney's eyes only. If it's any sort of medical information, it's automatically attorney's eyes only, which Brian Friedman said, he's like, we don't care about your security measures. We don't care about your
Yeah.
medical records. Like, that's all fine.
We don't
Nobody's
need
trying
your
to
addresses or your personal
your
shit. Yeah.
your social security numbers, all of that is like not, to be shared with anybody else. The part that they're going to have trouble with is going to be the highly personal and intimate information. So when the subpoenas are issued, then that's where, I'm sure there'll be a conversation of whether or not, what if the scope falls within attorney's eyes only or not, and they'll have to argue that and determine that. And so they may get a pretty broad scope of discovery in terms of like text messages or emails or something, that then if they review that, some of that information may be designated as attorney's eyes only.
Got it. Okay, well, let's look at TMZ. TMZ just posted a little update on the protective order themselves. They said Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively, new evidence rules for both sides. Judge issues protective order. It says Blake Lively is getting the protective order she wants in her war with Justin Baldoni, but Justin's team is also celebrating the fact that ultimately there will be very few secrets kept from the public in this case. According to docs, the judge in Justin's lawsuit against Blake and Ryan Reynolds is issuing an order allowing Blake and Justin's legal teams to designate sensitive material as suitable for attorneys' eyes only, meaning they can choose to keep certain details out of the public eye. On the surface, this is a big win.
See, guys, why does she have me on here to explain it if she was just going to recap from TMZ?
No, because we need to talk about we needed to do your hearts. We had so much fun. I just laughed so hard. I love you. Are you kidding me? Do you need to go somewhere?
No.
Oh, are you
I'm
offended?
just reading TMZ repeat everything that I just told you.
No, because apparently there was a lawyer responding.
Where?
There.
Okay, what did he say?
Look, he made a face. Here, Brian Friedman.
Okay, what did he say?
God,
Read his statement.
someone has a little bit of now there's going to be a whole fight that you don't like me.
I know. Reddit's going to go back to the theories. If we're not having an affair, we're secretly feuding.
How can they think that we're fighting when this is you have to see the picture that just came out of us. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you in just a second. But look,
Oh, we made it work.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
we're doing
terrible
the
heart.
circle.
That is,
We
it's
need
a
to work on
circle.
our curvature.
That's a
Okay.
terrible heart.
Okay, so Brian Friedman and his purse. I mean, it's a backpack, but what is that? You're a
don't know.
fashionista. What is that?
It's a golf bag
It's huge.
for his
It's
clubs
huge.
for Blake Lively's body.
Stop. Now they're going to go after us. It says Brian Friedman tells TMZ, we are fully in agreement with the court's decision to provide a narrow scope of protections to categories such as private mental health records and personal security measures that have never been of interest to us, as
Correct.
opposed to Miss Lively's exceedingly overbroad demand for documents for a 2.5-year period of time, which the court rightly quashed. I never use that word quashed. Squashed, maybe quashed. He adds, we remain focused on the necessary communications that will directly contradict Miss Lively's unfounded accusations. We will oppose any efforts by Miss Lively and her team to hamper our client's ability to defend against her attacks by incorrectly categorizing important information as trade secrets, especially considering there were no issues in providing these communications willingly to the New York Times. And
Mhm.
meanwhile, a spokesperson for Blake says, today the court, see, they both spin it so that they win, you know? Today, the court rejected the Wayfarer party's objections and entered the protections needed to ensure the free flow of discovery material without any risk of witness intimidation or harm to any individual security. With this order in place, Ms. Lively will move forward in the discovery process to obtain even more of the evidence that will prove her claims in court.
It's more of a win for Baldoni, if anything, because when we were not watching, but listening to the hearing, you could tell that like Lively's team was grasping at straws, being like, "Well, we need the attorney's eyes only because of her medical records, or we need it because of trade secrets for Leslie Sloan's PR firm." And so the judge is like, "Okay, fine, I'll give you that for those specific points that you made because you are so afraid that her medical records are going to get leaked."
Yeah.
So, I mean, Brian Friedman had no objection to any of the ones. I think the only one that's a loss for Baldoni is the highly personal and intimate information about third parties. Although it's not much of a loss for Baldoni as much as it's a loss for us, the public, because we're not going to see like Taylor Swift's booty call text messages, which we would love to have some sort of tea or juice, but the judge is limiting it to make sure that the only things that get drug up in discovery are specifically related to the case.
But Taylor Swift's booty call text messages wouldn't come up because we wouldn't see Taylor Swift's text messages on her own. We would just see what is related to Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. We wouldn't see Taylor Swift's phone separately.
If she was like, "Oh my God, the way Travis hit it last night was so good," and she texted that to Blake,
her text messages about her life.
Correct. Like if she was texting Blake saying, "Get that damn composer fired, that bitch," and then she was like, "Oh my God, the way Travis Kelce was hitting it last night was so good," and then she's like, "By the way, did you get my song for the movie?" If that was like within the thread and she had to turn over the thread from that day, then they would have to omit the Travis Kelce hitting it hard text message.
Do you think Taylor Swift texts like she writes song lyrics?
Well, I don't know. Blake Lively texts like she's writing a fucking novel.
I wonder if she writes, she texts song lyrics like, or she texts like, best believe I'm still bejeweled. When I walk in a room, I can still make the whole world quiver. Fired. Yeah, I mean, I wonder, like, do you think she uses do you think when she writes the word you, she says you, like the letter U?
I don't know.
Do you think when she says okay, she writes KK?
KK, yeah.
You know how like young kids, like the younger generation writes
Yummy.
KK? Or
like,
my kids, they write IDK. Or instead of I know right, they write IKR.
I don't write IKR.
But they write IDK, IKR.
I write IDK.
Cynthia wrote 3 Ks. That's not appropriate.
That's different.
Wow, Cynthia. I wonder, I mean, it will be interesting to see what comes out. But I don't think this was like such a shock surprise.
Sorry, I forgot they're doing it's not a real fire.
Look, let's attack our haters right now. JG. Zach is over you.
We're doing fire drills. Sorry.
Do you have to go under? Do you have to stop, drop, and roll? What if you were recording with someone important right now?
I have to seek refuge on a. What are they saying? Do I have to exit the building?
Well, you tell me. We can't hear it. We can only hear a little bit. Does does Zach live in an elementary school? They're wondering.
I'm asked to participate by being asked to go to the closest stairwell. They want me to go to the closest, and I have to go to the refuge area.
Do you also have to do like the Pledge of Allegiance every morning? Is this like
Thank
a
No,
ding,
so
ding,
the fire
ding?
alarm hasn't started yet. They're saying the fire alarm safety drills are going to start soon, and we encourage you to head to the nearest stairwell and exit the building. Okay. Oh, okay, there it is. I'm on a very high floor, so that's a lot of stairs that they want me to do a practice fire on.
Did you go to
I'm
Orange
okay.
Theory this morning?
No, I didn't.
So this
I
could be
don't-
your workout.
That's a lot of floors. I'm very high up.
Well, you know, I don't know. Is this time that like you may want to go save your
It's the
life?
CIA.
It's Blake.
It's Blake.
It's your alarm. Your alarm is your way to get out of my show. Do you want Zach?
What?
Do you want to go, or can you stay through
Well,
it?
I mean, it's going to keep playing for the next, like, probably 15 minutes. I'll text you if it stops, but I'm sure you don't want to listen to me. Can you hear it?
It's a little annoying. Like people are
Yeah.
probably going to be annoyed.
Okay. So I'll
And
dip
by
out
people,
here.
I mean us.
I'll
That
dip out
sucks.
here. I already gave you my lawyer breakdown.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about a couple other things. We're gonna talk about Blake's bullying this creator. So come back.
Okay. When it stops, I'll come back.
Okay, love you.
Right.
So okay, we'll talk about more. Leslie Sloan is doubling down on her motion to dismiss. Leslie Sloan is Blake Lively's publicist. She's trying her hardest to get out of this trial in any possible way, understandably. And the truth is, you know, I think that's a very normal thing in lawsuits to try to get out of things. That's a normal response. According to every lawyer I've spoken to, the motion to dismiss is a normal response. That's not like trying to get that's not a strange thing. So I don't think she'll be granted that, but she has to probably go through the motion, and she's part of this. She was part of this entire exchange, getting involved, etc. So I don't think she'll actually get what she wants with the motion to dismiss. But let's get into this next story, because this is a crazy story, and I still am not entirely sure if we can believe it. But if this is normal, this is wild. So there is this Instagram creator. She's also on Instagram, but she's on TikTok. And someone sent this to me last night. And when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know, you guys. I don't really know what to do with this. And then when I saw it a little bit later, I thought to myself, maybe I should take it seriously. Steph with the Deets actually posted about it, and then it was all over X and Instagram. No big publications, no Daily Mail or TMZ or any of those, Page Six have picked it up. But if this is true, this would be so wild. And at this point, it could be fake, but just like how Zach covered yesterday, this Reddit account that talked about like a crew member's story on the set of It Ends With Us and what their experience was with Justin Baldoni. I do think that it's worth talking about, because this person's putting her face out there. She's not even going on Reddit. She's putting her face out there, and she actually has a business, because she posts her Instagram. She has a business. She's launching her business, or she's tagging her business, her husband, etc. Let's just throw it out there as if, and then we can talk about it. It's a little crazy. Nothing would surprise me. Khadijah says, truly at this point, nothing would surprise me. And I have to agree with you, Khadijah. Nothing would surprise me, because I do believe that Blake Lively is extra paranoid right now. And maybe it's not just Blake. Maybe it's Blake and her team. They're just extra paranoid. So let's go back and try to explain to you. And I don't know if this is actually true or not, but this person, her name on TikTok, she created a new TikTok for this reason, which is also a little concerning. Her TikTok name is Kale is it Kale ID with Kate? Kaled with Kate? I don't know. Okay. What I don't love about it is that she started an account because of this, right? Like because of this story. So that is a little concerning to me. And I don't love that. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable. However, she also, she also has an Instagram account, which you can see here. And she's been on Instagram for a long time. She has 2,700 followers. She talks about on TikTok that she has 2,700 followers. And so she says, I'm the same name on Instagram. So like she's very open about her life on Instagram. She's a photographer. It looks like she's a wedding planner, or I don't even know, an event planner. Yeah, she does events. She posts about her wedding or her husband. She's very open about who she is. So it would be weird if she was completely going off this like fake persona and she was willing to put herself out there with this real life persona. Does that make sense? Oh, you guys think it's Collide. So, okay, Heidi says, I chatted with her a bit. She said she contacted a content creator to get a hold of Brian. Oh, Collide like kaleidoscope. Okay, thank you. So let's go through this story. And it's kind of hard to follow, but I want you guys to try your hardest to understand. Now, she is long-winded, so I'm going to let you guys just, if you want to go and watch her videos, you can, but they're long. So I'm not going to let you guys watch all of them because they'll be really, really long. So I'm going to let you watch just the 60-second one where she goes through a really, really fast, and then we'll break down exactly what happened. It is strange. This is her 60-second quick takeover, or like quick recap.
Okay, couple comments like this, giving myself 60 seconds, short version, let's go. My mom and I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well after South by Southwest in Austin on Friday night. We found this out from all the hotel staff, ended up recording her coming into the hotel lobby. We were just hanging out, people watching. Her team caught wind of this, I believe, maybe saw me recording her on the security camera, did not like this, thought maybe I recorded something they didn't want out there, didn't want me to see, whatever. Next morning, we kind of were being followed by her security guard a little bit on the way out, checking out of the hotel. Blake Lively herself comes out, starts recording us, says hi to get us to look up at her, circles our car, gets the car information, license plates, all that. Online harassment started the next day. Her lawyer, her social media person, her nanny were looking at my stories. They ended up making troll accounts, and someone called me fat. Long versions are on here if you want them. Okay, couple comments like this.
So obviously that makes no sense to me. When I first saw that, someone tagged me in that, and I first saw that, I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm so confused. And then I thought, okay, well, obviously if you saw Blake Lively at this hotel, you have to have video of it. You have to have seen something. You have to have shown us something. So I'm so confused. Well, Steph with the deets, and I'm grateful for her because she always gives me like a real good rundown. She does a really good job of pulling stuff together. She actually does a really good kind of rundown of it. So let's watch Steph with the deets cover it much more succinctly than Collide with Kate, I can't remember, was able to. If this is true, this is wild. And it would be such a stretch for this girl to do it. But let's watch it just for shits and giggles and see if there's a possibility that this is true. Again, Steph with the deets giving her take on this girl's story.
B and her team are online bullying this girl. This girl's name is Kate, and she made a bunch of videos about her experience with this situation.
My mom and I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well. We found this out from all the hotel staff, ended up recording her coming into the hotel lobby. The team caught wind of this, I believe. Yeah, I recorded something they didn't want out there.
Allegedly, Blake herself is the one that went outside to record them leaving.
Next morning, we kind of were being followed by her security guard a little bit, out of the hotel. Blake Lively herself comes out, starts recording us, says hi to get us to look up at her, circles our car, gets the car information, license plate. Online harassment started the next day. Her lawyer, her social media person, her nanny.
She hadn't posted much like during her stay, but when she got back home, she posted this to her story.
Sorry, I have my phone on mute, or my mic on mute. She posted something on her story, just a little bit about Blake Lively, just so that Blake Lively was there, just like something very, not serious, right? About Blake Lively being there. Then she posted this the next day saying, think this security camera caught me recording her while we were camped out on the couch because the front desk person told us that if we hung around, we might see the VIP that the entire hotel staff was freaking out over.
Followed by this story, she says, I think the security camera
there you
caught
go.
me recording her while we were camped out on the couch. And peep her IG bio called Fat by Khaleesi and her dragons 31025. We'll get to that. So after she had posted these two stories, the first view that she got that she didn't recognize was this person.
The first view that she got that she didn't recognize, it says K Chris 22. She didn't recognize who it was. Look, this girl only has 2,000 some followers, the girl who's posting the stories. And I'm sure that's a lot more than she had before this went viral yesterday. So imagine she only had maybe, 1,500 followers. She didn't have a lot of followers at all. So when you don't have that many followers, the people that are watching your story are so few. It's only a couple hundred. They say only like 2% or 3% of your entire followers are watching your stories. So when you have new people watching your stories, you probably recognize the name. So she recognized this new name. It said Karen, but not a Karen. And it says Hotel GM.
This person stuck out to her because it says that they're a hotel GM. Lo and behold, Karen Chris is the hotel manager for Hotel 1928. She didn't tag them in the stories. She thinks the biggest issue they have with her recording Blake, she herself said that she definitely saw nannies with the children. It wasn't Blake with the children because she was off doing press. We've all heard the whole Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds don't use nannies. I've heard before that this is a lie. Kate had posted this to her story. And then oddly enough, a view on that story was Keisha Evans. Look at that. Keisha is a nanny, and Kate said that she looked like one of the nannies taking care of Blake Lively's children. Another person who viewed her stories was Molly Sage. However, she couldn't take a screenshot of this because Molly then blocked her right away after going and viewing all her stories. Kate had her friend check, and apparently Blake follows Molly. And
Molly Sage is, and I know this because I've seen Molly Sage tagged. Molly Sage is one of Blake Lively's, either her social media manager or assistant. She's been around with Blake for years and years and years.
it looks like Molly is actually Blake's social media person. And then Kate posted this selfie. She had just put hashtag Team Justin Forever. But then it was really odd because she was getting views from someone Team Justin Forever. The hashtag she used, and then she got this random account. She would block these accounts because she had a feeling it was Blake's team. They were doing so in a way by using her words. And another person who viewed her stories and then blocked her right away was this person, was user 250, but this woman's name is Ezra. And Ezra Hudson is an attorney for Blake Lively in the legal battle between Lively and Justin Baldoni. After posting the selfie, one of the views she got was from this account, Fat and Not Fabulous. Like they were doing with the whole team Justin Baldoni, they're literally doing it to send her a message, allegedly. She blocks them. And then she got another view from this account with 0 followers saying the lengths they're going. It was a mom-daughter trip. And yes, I was married on November 11th, 2023. Do they not realize these accounts can be traced back to them? This is the last troll account that she saw viewing her story that she thinks is them. Fat and Not Fabulous 2.0. That's crazy. Allegedly.
Okay. It is a stretch, no doubt. I am going to 100% say that it is a stretch if this happened. However, Blake traveled with a large group of people. We saw her post to her stories. I wonder if it was her stories or her actual Instagram. Let me pull up her Instagram. She posted to her Instagram, I believe, in one of the let me pull up her. Let's look at it together. In one of her collages or her slideshows, whatever it's called. In this one, she had a group picture in one of them. Yeah, this one. This is just a group that she was with in one of them. I don't know if anyone's tagged in this one. Okay, there's like a bunch of people that are tagged. So like, I don't know who Sophia is. I'm imagining maybe like an assistant. She has her manager here. That's Justin. Justin right here is her manager. There is, I believe this is an agent of hers. Jamie here is her husband's PR. That's Ryan Reynolds' PR. There's a bunch of people here. Okay, there's her makeup person, her hair person, like whatever. It's a bunch of people. She has a big crowd with her, and this is just at the premiere. So I imagine that she probably traveled with a large group of people, and maybe this was kind of like a fun vibe. Maybe this is like a fun thing that they were doing kind of for fun. I don't know if, God, I wouldn't put it past them to be sitting and having cocktails and margaritas or whatever late at night at the bar and just like making fun of this young girl and her mom and thinking it's like LOL to create this kind of jokey fake accounts to troll this creator. I absolutely believe that that's a possibility. Why not? Why not? Right? Thank you, Redondo Beach. Yay, made the live. I need to set my alarm. That's so sweet. Thank you for being here. They did it to, Shirsty's Wikipedia. They totally screwed her. I don't see why they wouldn't do that here. And it's very, very possible. Now, she also, while we're speaking about this, and this is also kind of a little bit of a left turn, someone just asked me, Donna, you should check and see if she's doing this, if they're looking at your stories. I have, honestly, right now in this period of my, stories and stuff, I have crazy story views. There is absolutely no way I would be able to check. You can't search your story like to see who's watching your stories. I wished that you could, but on average, I have about 9,000 to 11,000 story views for each story right now. So there would be no way that I could search who's watching my stories. And you can't search through story views. So it's really frustrating to be able to see it. Another thing that I want to point out about this little cute, slideshow that she does here, she posts this one little thing at the end with her. Was it in this? Yes, this. Okay. We got to talk about this little mom hack that she posts about. Barton Springs Park bathroom. Your kid forgets their shoes, but have yours on. So naturally, you've given them yours. Then you mom hack. Paper bags, no shoes, no problem. Okay. Let's talk about this for 1 second. I'm not here to judge momming because I've done some crazy ass ish as a mom. I have absolutely no judgment whatsoever. If as a mom, like your kid, you run out of diapers or you get screwed. Like I've had my kids totally screw themselves over with like things. Like the other day, I took Oliver to his flag football. We went as a family to his last flag football game. We drove all the way to Calabasas in traffic. It took us a long time to get there, and we get there and he's in Crocs. He literally forgot his cleats at home. And we had to go to the nearest Big Five and buy his ass cleats. It was not my proudest moment as a parent. It happens. This is weird. I have never once in my life given my child my shoes because I am a woman who wears a size 7. Now, my kids can probably fit in my shoes because they're 9 and 12-year-old boys. Blake Lively is a taller woman. I'm guessing that wears like a size. Look, I don't know what size Blake Lively shoes are, but I'm guessing they're bigger than size 7. my guess is like a size 9. At least. She's a tall woman. Her kids are young. I think her oldest is like what, 8 years old, 9 years old? There's no way that her kids just like threw on a size 9, 8, 9 pair of shoes and are walking around in them. This is, and then you're walking in paper. This is not a real thing. This is like a joke, right? This picture is a joke. She's not serious here. You can't walk in a paper bag. So she's just joke. This is just a joke. This is not a serious picture, right? There's no, you guys realize like she's not being serious. You cannot take a step in a paper bag. So she's just trying to be funny. She's just making it like a joke. Ha ha. Also, she definitely has nannies with her. Your kid doesn't forget your shoes. Either you forgot your kid's shoes, your nanny forgot your kid's shoes. Something's going on there. That's a weird this is weird. This is kind of weird, right? This is another way of being like, I'm relatable. I'm funny. It's just all odd. Her choices are odd. But this is just her going back to like, everything's fine. I am suing someone and ruining their life, but everything's fine here. What you looking at? What do you mean something's going on? Why? What have you heard? It's going right back to that. Why? What have you heard? Why? And then they're sitting there like mean girls, like, let's troll this creator. It's gross. And I can see it 100%. I can see her and the mean girls and her little crew thinking they're funny, making fun of the little girl and her mom in Waco, Texas. Like joking around with the hotel staff, like, what's her name? I can totally see it. Totally see it. And if you can't see it, just remember, like, people don't change. People don't change. At the end of the day, you can grow, you can evolve, you can learn, but people don't change. And just to go back really fast about Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, I find it very, very interesting. I find it very suspect, actually. Let's do just like a little moment about Ryan Reynolds. I haven't done a check-in on our man Ryan. Let's see if he's promoted his wife at all lately. Has anyone seen if he has promoted his wife lately? Maybe now he has, because we've been asking, like, has he? Let's see. Okay, so here he is. The only story he has is a reel about him. Okay, let's watch it. On a Tuesday, it says 2:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. Whoa.
How are you, Pat? How are you? Here we're here to talk about a little show called Mr. Quest. Have you heard of this?
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Yeah.
There's an episode.
Huh? What? What was that? What the hell was that? This?
How are you, Pat? How are you?
Here we're here to talk about a little show called Mr. Quest. Have you heard of this?
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Mr. Quest.
Yeah.
There's an episode coming up that stars one Mr. Charles Day.
Which is bad for the brand, right?
You play a smarmy agent. I'm wondering where you get that inspiration from.
It all comes from the mustache. The
So he has the time 22 hours ago to post an entire 2.5 minute reel on his feed for Mr. Rob McElhenney, who I love. Rob McElhenney. I have nothing bad to say about Rob. About Mythic Quest, a TV show on Apple TV. He puts it on his feed, a full 2.5 minute reel, saying, I'm not saying this because I love Rob. I'm saying this because I love his show. Mythic Quest is one of the very best programs on the television box, and it's gotten better and better since day one. Long may it rain. As you can tell, I'm a good reader. Apple TV, and it's all about Ryan Reynolds and all about Rob McElhenney. And of course, he has his limited comments, and he only has 36,000 likes. Only 36,000 likes on reel with 53 million followers. That is not a very, very good ratio, I'm just going to say. That's the only thing he's promoted in the last day. Let's see, before that, March 4th, he promoted something about John Candy, who I love desperately. I loved John Candy. He's doing something about John Candy right now, and he's working with him. Or he's not working with him, obviously. He's working with, he's doing like a documentary about him. And notice this. Liked by Nick Vile. The people that like Ryan Reynolds content. Oh my God, look at that face. The people that like Ryan Reynolds content, it's just so funny. Like all the people that I'm arguing with on Threads, you know what I mean? But anyway, so Blake Lively is not liking it. They're not liking each other's content. They're not liking each other's content. He's not posting anything about her movies. She just posted about her Penguin stuff. This new Penguin documentary that she is speaking, or she's doing the narration. She just posted about it on her feed yesterday. He did not promote it. He didn't post about it. Nothing. And in fact, let's see if he even liked it. This is her talking about it. Yeah. This is her posting about the Blake Lively's National Geographic. She's narrating this Penguin documentary. And not only did he not even, he didn't comment. He's not there. I find it very, very interesting, right? They are like completely not in communication. She's not posting about him. He's not liking her stuff. What's going on there, guys? Really interesting. So this feels, you know what this feels like? Remember when I was talking about this on my show with Craig and Paige? And I was like, you guys, I am noticing something that Craig Conover is posting so much on his stories and so much on his feed, all about his new restaurant, all about sewing down south, all about his going on all these home shows and traveling and doing all these things. And Paige is not liking shit. She's not liking it. She's not commenting on it. But Amanda Batula from Summer House is posting a little stupid picture about whatever. And Paige is the first person to comment and being like, I love this. I love this. And I'm like, you guys don't think this is weird? And all of you guys were saying, oh my God, Donna, you're reading too into it. Maybe they just don't have that relationship. I'm like, really? A boyfriend and girlfriend who don't live together, who are long distance, who are posting online all the time, don't have the relationship where they support each other online? Please. And sure enough, they broke up. If you're not supporting, if you are public personas and you're posting stuff online and you're not liking each other's content, that says a lot about you. If I'm going out of my way to not like my husband's content, I think like over and over and over and over, I think you should probably question things. If I'm going out of my way to not post about my husband, and I used to all the time, and then all of a sudden I'm never posting about him, like remember Mauricio and Kyle? Same thing. Question it. Question it. Speaking of, let's move on to talk about just a couple of Bravo stories, because Craig Conover, our main man, Handsy Craig was hanging out. He was hanging out with Kristin Cavallari last night. And you guys, I truly, truly want them to get back together, but everyone's saying it's not going to happen. And I'm frustrated about this, because how cute would Craig and Kristin be? Because we saw Craig and Paige together on a date last night on Summer House. Did anyone else watch that? I don't want to annoy the microphone, but like I really want Craig's hands to just live on my mic. How do I get them to just live here? I'm going to try to find a way to tape them here. They can just live on my mic. There. Craig and Kristin Cavallari are so hot together. Like I think they are sexy, sexy hot. Let's look up Kristin Cavallari's. She's on tour, by the way, and I'm a huge fan. I get it that some of you guys don't like her. I think she's so sexy. I think she's so hot, and I would totally go see her live if she was here in LA. She's not, and it's frustrating, but she's so hot. And she seems like such a blast to watch. But this was her post about her show last night. Number one, I mean, dream body. And look at this. She had Austin and Craig are Southern Charm smoke shows. And then, well, I'm not a big Austin guy. A lot of you guys really like Austin. I like Craig's face. Hands not so, but I love his face. Austin is more of a ZACK type. And then Justin Anderson is love my Justin Anderson. Justin and I became close over the Blake Lively drama. He and I DM all the time. I love him. And Kristin, look how tiny she is. So cute. And then they were
Let's be honest.
look at that.
Craig.
Craig. Craig taking shots. I thought Mr. Craig was not a shot taker.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I found that interesting. Look how cute she is in front of her audience. Now she's filming this all for a, I think it's for, is it for E? A new reality show. This is them standing there doing some sort of like drinking game. And then someone had posted, let me find on XOXO Bravo Girl. She posted some more footage and some more kind of behind the scenes stuff. You should go and follow her. She loves to post about Craig and Austin and all of that. I mean, Craig and Paige and all the Summer House stuff.
Let's be honest.
But she posted some good stuff. Someone who was in the audience at Kristin's live show last night said Justin dared her to make out with Craig. She also said she was hooking up with Craig in 2021, but backed away when Paige came in the picture. Kristin was asked if she was one of the two girls Paige mentioned Craig was DMing, and she said she wasn't, and that Craig is denying what Paige claims anyhow. I want them to date, but apparently he wants more kids, and she is definitely not into kids. This is them.
Kiss Craig on the lips.
Justin says, kiss Craig on the lip.
Kiss Craig on the lips.
Do a big You're flirting right now. Kristin is a great kisser, by the way.
He said, Kristin is a great kisser right now, by the way. And then Craig said, this has been so much fun. Craig said, life's about timing. And then she said, wow, the flirting and the chemistry. I feel like he would run into the same problem dating K-Cav as he did Paige, re-personality, but wow, the chemistry.
This has been so much fun. Life's about timing. This has been so much fun. It's been
Oh my God, I want to see them date so badly. I would die to see them date. If not, like, not even to get married, but like, I just want to see them date. Sorry, a little hand went to the ground. That was Craig's little hand. I want to see them date just to see like Paige's reaction. Not to like stick it to Paige by any means, but just like, I think Craig could use like a little confidence booster, you know? I just think he could. It would be really fun. Kristin had great chemistry when Travis Kelce was on her podcast, MC High Life Says, but he just started dating Taylor. Listen, I think Kristin Cavallari can probably have great chemistry with a wall. Like she's just got that like vibe, right? She's a flirt and a half. And she's the person that she's talked about that like guys don't break up with her. She breaks up with the guys. She was like that on Laguna Beach. She just has that kind of vibe where guys they just like her. And I think she breaks guys' hearts more so than ever, right? Who do you think she should date next? Chalamet. Just kidding. Speaking of, did you guys see that Nikki Glaser got her second run for the Golden Globes next year? I thought that was exciting. So she's so good. Nikki Glaser is the best host out there. She's so much funnier, like so much more fun than any other host. I got to get both hands in there. Okay. So Tamra Judge. Tamra Judge officially has spoken up about her, you know, what happened with her quitting and why she quit. And, listen, I understand. I know this caused a lot of drama, by the way, you guys. This caused a lot of drama on my show because a lot of people hate Tamra and a lot of you guys think I stood up for Tamra. I'm not standing up for Tamra. I just told you that I explain exactly why I think that Tamra quit. And it's exactly what we experienced. It's because Tamra Judge she's depressed. I mean, that's honestly what it is. She explained on Wednesday's episode of her and Teddy's podcast, but it was with Dolores. Dolores is still, jumping in, even though she did have a picture with Teddy. I'll show it to you guys in just a moment. But she did explain that, she hit a wall and she's just going through so much and she just felt like it was too hard. She said, let me read exactly what she said. I just hit a wall and I feel like I'm going to be in a full depressed mode. I went into the season not knowing, not sure, very anxious and just dealing with some stuff through therapy. And that really breaks you down to your lowest point. I'm like, should I just quit? Because I feel like it's breaking me down. She revealed her personal struggles became too much to bear when she realized she couldn't easily snap out of the funk. The mother of four explained she's familiar with how her body reacts to this particular kind of stress. When I get like this, my body just shuts down. It completely shuts down and I can just sit in one place and stare at the wall for hours. That's how I feel. It's really hard to film like that when you feel like that. And she said, Teddy gave me a pep talk. This is the first time I laughed in so long. We laughed. She yelled at me and said, listen to me. I have to be bald and fat right now and going through this. You get your ass back over there. I just started laughing. So I think I'm going to see her today. I think that's going to pull a little bit of spark back into me. And her prediction was right. Taking to Instagram stories later, Judge shared a smiling snapshot with Teddy and wrote, back with my Teddy Joe, and suddenly everything makes sense again. And this was the picture that she shared from Daily Mail, but it was on her stories as well. That's Tamra and that's Teddy. Of course, Teddy had to shave her head before her surgery and she sports a wig every once in a while, but Teddy is going through immunotherapy and then she'll go through radiation. And it's a lot, it's a lot for Teddy and it's a lot for Tamra. And someone said the other day, Tamra likes to make these stories her own. And I would say, Dolores had a really good response to this. Dolores said, because Dolores was the one that was talking to Tamra in this episode, and from the clip that I heard, Dolores said, when you love someone and they're going through a hard time and they're struggling and they're, going through challenging health issues or mental issues or emotional issues, just hurting or sick, you really take it on yourself. And I'm not saying that it's Tamra's story, but it's very hard, I think, when you are caring for someone that you love and scared or hurt or worried or concerned or any of that, and then also feeling emotionally piled on, Just like Shannon went through on this last season too. Like everyone struggles. Everyone struggles. They all do. So Tamra is going back to the show 100%. She did sign a contract. There is no way she's jumping from that money. There's no way she's jumping from her contract. And I'm sure she'll be right back exactly where she was last week. And maybe she wasn't ready to sign back on to the Housewives, but she signed back on before Teddy came out that she had brain cancer. You know what I mean? So I think that Tamra could have possibly had Tamra had to sign back on after January when Teddy went into the hospital, maybe she would have changed her mind. Maybe she would have said, it's too much. I have to run this podcast alone. I have a friend that's really sick. Maybe it's too much for me. She signed on for the show and then started filming that same week. So it was a lot right away. Maybe that was too much. Maybe that's it. Okay. Any other stories? Wendy Williams. Let's do a quick Wendy Williams update. Did you guys see Wendy Williams went out last night? She went out and partied it up, but now her niece is being accused of kidnapping her. from her assisted living facility. Remember her niece that was in the documentary that we just saw recently is accused of kidnapping her from her assisted living facility and taking her out to dinner. I mean, these people don't get a break. According to TMZ, the New York-based facility where Williams claims she's been imprisoned for the last 8 months accused the TV star's niece, Alex, of breaking the law by taking her out to dinner on Wednesday night. Isn't that nuts? Finney spent time with Williams in the facility's memory unit before taking her aunt to an Italian restaurant in the city that evening. They prompted the coterie to contact the NYPD and file a police report as they claimed Finney evaded staff by taking Wendy out of the building. However, TMZ explained that Williams wouldn't have been allowed to leave the memory unit, which is located on the facility's 5th floor, without an attendant giving her elevator access. So they're saying someone obviously let us out. The ordeal contradicts. Oh, yeah. They also claimed that Williams and her niece were escorted to the lobby by an attendant and that the attendant even opened the door of the Uber that took them to the restaurant. The ordeal contradicts recent claims made by Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey's attorney, who said in a letter to TMZ that William has no restrictions when it comes to family visits and she can come and go from the facility as she pleases. So Williams called the ordeal unbelievable as she walked arm in arm with Finney, who's the daughter of Williams' older sister, Wanda. We came back to dinner. Apparently, police were called. I was told at some point the police were called because the coterie here was saying allegedly that I took my aunt from this facility and whisked her away. She's saying this is proof that the legal guardian is lying about my living conditions. Clearly, they're lying, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now it's going back and forth and back and forth. It's like one thing after another around Wendy Williams. It is wild. I don't think that she was kidnapped, but it's just all feels very sad and messy. You know, talking about like legacy media and how these things are being reported. This is just an interesting thing. I get notifications on my desktop from Page Six and like from different places. And I just got a notification from Page Six that said Blake Lively scores major win. Blake Lively scores major win in Justin Baldoni's case. Do you guys think so? Do you guys think Blake Lively scored a major win today? It's like, what a way. What a way to report it. Look how Page Six reports it. Well, I love the first story. Whistle while you woke. Whistle while you woke. Page Six is good. Whistle while you woke. No one's going to see Snow White, right? Like none of us. Raise your hand in the comments if you're going to see Snow White. I will be absolutely floored if you actually see Snow White. There's no way. Blake Lively scores a win in Justin Baldoni's legal battle as judge grants protective order. I don't feel like it's a win. Oh, we want to know if Jason Isaacs wears a prosthetic. I love looking at the news. Wendy Williams is back in assisted living prison in a Versace robe. Jesus. The stories. Oh, did you guys see this? This is an interesting one. I posted on my stories last night. Who's interested in Verity? So speaking of Colleen Hoover, my favorite and only favorite book of More Than It Ends With Us is Verity. If you like a little bit of a thriller, and I hate to do this about Colleen Hoover because you know my feelings, but Verity is one of the best thrillers I've ever listened to. It's a phenomenal book. And I hate to do it because it's Colleen, but it's a great listen. It's an audio. I listened to it. I didn't read it. So it was a great audiobook. And I hate to do that for Colleen, but it was really good. And apparently, not apparently, they're making the movie with Dakota Johnson, Anne Hathaway, and of course, Josh Hartnett. And they started filming, or they've been filming. And yesterday they filmed on the streets of New York City where, this is where they filmed this bloody car crash scene, which is the opening scene of the movie. And they it shows you exactly how they filmed the scene. This is such a wild look. Look, they have this like blood spreading machine. Isn't that wild? It's like gross, right? So in some video I saw they were like practicing with some stuntman to show how it worked and how it looked. The life of an actress, right? Getting showered with blood. in the side of New York City. I just can't believe Josh Hartnett is still a thing. Do you guys like him? Interesting choice. Dakota Johnson. Now, remember, Dakota Johnson smiled with Blake Lively on the red carpet of SNL. That's probably the connection. I never even thought about it. It's the Colleen Hoover connection. They all have a Colleen Hoover, Paul Feig connection. Is Paul Feig going to be the death of the Housemaid book movie with Amanda Seyfried? Because it's Michelle Maroney, or is it Michael Maroney, Brandon Sklenar, Paul Feig in that next book. All to come on upcoming Daily Doses of Donna with Craig Hands. Oh my gosh, you guys, what a show. What a show. And I am so glad that everyone that has commented is a subscriber. And that's what I got to do. You guys, I got to bring out the big guns. You're getting handsy, Craig. Getting handsy. Thank you so much for joining Daily Dose of Donna, for subscribing, for being here. Thank you so much for the reviews and the ratings over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, helping keep my show alive on this sea of podcasts and YouTubers. We got to remind people that I'm here. Got to let people scream it out into the world. We're getting lost in the sauce, okay? We got to let people know that we're alive, we're here, we're queer, and we're ready to cheer. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to you guys later. See you tomorrow on Daily Dose of Donna for our Shabbat Shalom episode. Bye.